Boston Eagles got embarrassed last week after being up 28-9 in a loss against Washington. They'll play Pittsburgh this week, and Steve Jordan would start off by getting the ball down the right side from this pass by Dave Craig. And then Dave Craig would survey the field, throw it to the curl route. It is Randall Hill, the speedy receiver, getting it close to the 35-yard line, and Craig would end this drive throwing it down the left side to a wide open Randall Hill waiting in the end zone for the touchdown. Boston takes a 7-0 lead, but it would be short-lived as Don Beebe would catch this deep pass down the right side from the Hall of Fame quarterback John Elway, as it would be a 7-all game tie. Ernest Biner would get it down the left side as handoff from Craig, as he would get it close to the 40-yard line, and then Johnny Bailey, he would bob and weave around defenders, making it past the 50-yard line, past the 40. This would lead to a Chip Low Miller field goal after the drive stalled inside Pittsburgh territory. John Elway's going to match here as he throws it over the middle to Jay Novacek, who played a lot of games with Dallas in the 90s, and then he would throw the ball down the left side to Michael Jackson. Jason Elam would add a field goal after the drive stalls, tying the game up at 10. Next drive, Mervin Fernandez would get involved down the right side from his pass from Dave Craig, and then Craig would throw the ball again to Mervin Fernandez, and Mervin Fernandez would make it almost to the end zone, but Ernest Biner would vulture off of him. Elway is in a place where he doesn't want to be. He gets sacked at the 2-yard line. It's a fumble. Ball's recovered by Bruce Smith at the 1-yard line, and then Ernest Biner would vulture off of him for a touchdown. However, the extra point here by Low Miller would be no good. This was a big play in the game, and then Reggie Cobb would get safetied in the end zone. So 25-10, Pittsburgh is down, and Mac Attack gets the ball over the right side. Eagles are winning in this game. This would lead to a Jason Elam made field goal, 25-13. Eagles are still comfortable leading. Novacek has the ball in the red zone, and then John Elway would play action rollout bootleg. Give it to old reliable Don Beebe in the end zone. It's a 25-point game, and Pittsburgh gets the ball back. Reggie Cobb runs around down the left side. He gets tackled, and he is injured, limping. He would be replaced by former Washington Redskins return man Brian Mitchell. And who would get the ball here? Who else but Brian Mitchell, who just came onto the field for the touchdown, 26-25, after this missed extra point by Jason Elam. That's why that extra point mattered that Low Miller missed. Last-ditch effort, Dave Craig, pressure in his face, he's incomplete. Second straight game where Boston gives away a big lead. They lose 26-25. 2-3 win teams the Sunday night game, the Rebels and the Snowhawks. We start off with the Snowhawks on their first drive. Eric Pegram goes get off me to the 35-yard line, and this Eddie Murray field goal is no good. But don't worry, because the Hall of Famer Jim Kelly's going to fumble. The ball's going to be picked up by Andy Harmon, and the big man's got the touchdown dance. Next drive for the Rebels, Jim Kelly would throw it over the middle, making up for that fumble, giving it to Andre Reed, and then again to Andre Reed down the right side. He would go whoop around defenders, and this would lead to a field goal make by Chris Jackie, 4-point ball game. The Rebels get the ball back, and Thurman Thomas gets the ball down the left side as he would tightrope the sideline to around the 15-yard line, and then he would get the ball again. Bob and weave around defenders. He's got the touchdown. 3-point ball game, Rebels lead. Troy Aikman, the Hall of Famer, would use the wheels to get around to the 50-yard line, and then Eric Pegram would take the handoff down the right side, bob and weave around defenders to the 30-yard line, and then Troy Aikman would play action rollout bootleg, throw it over the middle to Ernest Givens, all the Givens he could get, and the Rebels will try to respond. Thurman Thomas would bob and weave here, making it close to the 40-yard line of the Snowhawks, and then Jim Kelly would roll out, throw it to Anthony Thompson. He's got it to the 15-yard line, and then Jim Kelly would make a big mistake throwing an interception to Cuckoo Kachu, Eugene Robinson. Been waiting to say that one recently. And then Troy Aikman and the Snowhawks would throw it deep to Ernest Givens, all the Givens he could get, and then Aikman would survey the field, throw it to Mark Logan, his fullback, down the left side, and then inside the red zone, Troy Aikman would run out of the pocket. He was usually a statue, but he's going to show off the wheels here, going up 21-10. And the Rebels have to show that they've got more fight in them. Anthony Thompson down the left side. And then Sean Dawkins would catch the touchdown pass on a dazzling throw from Jim Kelly. Troy Aikman up 4 points. He throws an interception to Nate Odoms, but Greg Townsend and then Howie Long sacks Jim Kelly twice. 4th and 31. Jim Kelly backs up, rolls out of the pocket. He's sacked again by Howie Long. Turnover on downs. 4th and 17. Last-ditch effort for the Rebels. Jim Kelly would survey the field. Throw incomplete. And then the Snowhawks would get another chance. Mark Logan down the right side, bobs and weaves, goes whoop around defenders. He makes it into the end zone. Snowhawks win 28-17. Snowhawks are 4-3. Rebels are 3-4. The Louisville Lightning will host the Detroit Mustangs here, and Rod Bernstein comes back from injury. He's the fullback for Detroit. We'll start off with Steve Young. He's already in Mustangs territory. He would throw deep to Sean Collins, waiting in the end zone for the touchdown. It's a quick 7-0 lead. Cody Carlson would then run out of the pocket, throw it down the left side to touchdown Eddie Brown. Touchdown Eddie Brown gets it to around the 20. Shotgun snap for Carlson. Throws it down the left side yet again for touchdown Eddie Brown. All he does is catch touchdowns. It's a tie ball game. Steve Young, he surveys the field. He makes a mistake here, throwing an interception to Darrell Fullington. And then Cody Carlson would hand it off to his fullback, Rod Bernstein. He goes, poof, poof, poof. Get off me. I'm going to the end zone for the touchdown. It's a 7-point lead for the Mustangs. And then Ron Hall would catch the ball down the left side for the Mustangs again. And then Anthony Carter is waiting in the end zone for the touchdown. The safety just misses him. This is a place where the Lightning haven't really been, so they need to catch a break, and they do with this interception by Todd Light. This would lead to a missed Pat Leahy field goal, and Steve Young needs to get the Lightning back in this game. Sean Collins, who caught the first touchdown, he's into the end zone for the touchdown. It's a 7-point game. Lightning get the ball back. Steve Young showing how he was a Hall of Fame quarterback as he throws it down the field to Gary Anderson, and Neil Anderson, his counterpart in the backfield, scores for the touchdown, tying the game up. Cody Carlson throws it down the left side to touchdown Eddie Brown, and then hands the ball off to Ron Bernstein, and Ron Bernstein says, "Get off me!" Gets it inside the 30-yard line, and this Kerry Blanchard field goal would be good. Last chance for the Lightning, last chance drive, as Neil Anderson, he runs around defenders, bobs and weaves. And Steve Young, he waits there in the pocket. He throws it to Ed West, getting the ball close to the red zone. Then Steve Young, play action fake, 50 seconds left, throws it over the middle to Gary Anderson. He makes the catch, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. The Lightning win 28-24. They are 6-1, leading the Warthog Mountain Division, and the Mustangs are 2-5.